Welcome everybody to today's interview. So I'm Henrik from the Swedish Agile coaching and consulting company Cesario, and today I have with me Cesario Ramos from the Netherlands. So Cesario is one of the best Agile coaches that I know, and also the author of the book Emergent, which is a really nice booklet with lots of tips on how to create a great Agile organization. And he's also the co-arranger of lots of conferences like the AD Bathtub Conference and the Scrum Club Conference. So, Cesario, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Nice talking to you.
Yeah. So I'm really excited now that you'll be coming to Sweden and giving an innovation games course for us here. So could you tell us a bit about these innovation games? What is it?
Well, innovation games are ways to do real work. So the word game may get you off on the wrong foot, but it's actually a way to have, for example, your meetings be more productive and more fun, and to get better results. So don't let the game word fool you in thinking it's only about fun. So it's not only about fun, but it's using the game mechanics and the fun that we know from playing games for entertainment, so that you can actually engage all the people present in a meeting, for example, and come up with very good creative results.
Right, you can use this for really serious things like building your product roadmap, right?
Yeah, so you can use innovation games for a lot of things. Building a product roadmap is one. Ordering a portfolio is another. You can use it for ordering your backlog. You can use it for discussing what features you want to deliver next in your next release, for example. I also used it for creating technology roadmaps, for aligning teams, for building, for discovering actually new ways to collaborate with customers. So there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of areas where you can use innovation games. You can say you can say if you have to collaborate with others in order to discover something innovative, something that you don't know how to do yet. You can use this technique, this way of collaborating using innovation games to get better results. Actually,
Yeah, great. So, how do people feel about this? Do they feel like playing games that is like unprofessional, or do they feel uncomfortable doing it?
yeah. So if you come from the agile community, you already have been playing lots of games or using lots of game mechanics, for example, in your retrospectives. When you talk to business people, when they hear the word game, the first reaction is often, "Hey, well, we are doing business here. We're not here to play games." But when you talk to them about what it is really about, doing serious work, you give some examples of serious games like simulators that we use, or other games that we have in marketing. They understand that it's very valuable. And I've played, I don't know, lots and lots of games with real customers, and real for solving real business problems. And yeah, rarely do I ever encounter a person that is feeling opposed to playing the game. They are
Right?
really excited and really happy and are really delighted with the results after playing the games. So the word game here is, it's a game not for fun. It's a game not only for fun, but it's a game for fun and doing real work, producing real results.
Right. Cesario, you told us before that you don't only do the courses, but I know you also do a lot of consulting, helping companies facilitate these games. You facilitate games for companies.
Yes.
Can you tell us some examples or some stories about when you have been doing this?
Yeah, of course. So there are two types of things that you can do. You can do so innovation games internally, and you can do innovation games with your customers, right? With the customers of your customers. So let me give you an example of a company that that hired me and my colleagues to do games with their customers. So there was this rule, there was this law change coming in the Netherlands, and this company, a media company, needed to renegotiate and re-establish their relationships, their working relationships with their customers, and their customers being the broadcasters, right? The companies that actually make television. So what we ended up doing was we ended up doing a series of 8, 9 sessions. So that these are half-day sessions, starting at 9 until 1 o'clock, and then after that we have lunch. Discovering with with each individual customer. So you must be thinking about around 10, 12 people from the customer and around 5, 6 people from the company itself doing these sessions. In these sessions we discovered how we could deal together with the changes in the law, and how we could be more, how we could increase our partnership better, so that we able to deliver better product, in this case better television, to their customers. So the results of these were a detailed plan, detailed short-term plan, and a longer roadmap of topics that they needed to work on together in order to achieve their results. So, and the result was that everybody had bought in. There was buy-in from director level all the way to for example the guys operating the cameras, because we had people from all levels of the organization doing these games.
Great, great.
Another example for an internal session was it was a management, an executive team consisting of 7, 8 people, and they weren't getting along very well. So one of them, the CEO, actually asked us if we could help them facilitate a meeting so that they would discuss their problems and make a step towards better teamwork, because people in their respective departments were actually suffering, and productivity was suffering from this bitching and this fighting, right, that they were doing. So on a Sunday, actually, from 1 o'clock until 8 o'clock, we did these sessions internally at their office, and the amazing result was that in the meeting there actually was a shift. People shifted from position. So the CTO shifted from position, and a new CTO was appointed, and a new CFO was appointed. And all that during the meeting. So it was amazing. Even some guy actually started crying. So, and this is a real story. So these are two different examples, and next to that, of course, we have all the examples, all the sessions that we do with technology people, when we discover with internal customers and external customers what it is that you actually want to have in the product, the next release. So
I guess a lot of people are doing Scrum and Agile methods, and so what are some examples of how can they use innovation games then for their product decisions and so on?
Yeah, so when for example, in a Scrum team, it's we are very good at making stuff right, but the problem is making the right stuff. And the right stuff is actually discovering the actual needs and drivers of your customers, or if they could be internal customers or external customers. And one very bad way to do that is to have interviews, right? Yeah. Sitting at a table and getting bored. So a very good way to do that is to get people actually active in the meeting, so that they can not only say what is expected of them, but that they can also put in their emotions and tap into their unconscious stuff that they have in their brains, and that's the interesting part. So that's a way that you use it with your customers. And of course, if you have internal customers as a product owner, and you have to discuss priorities among stakeholders in your company, you can use these games to actually align your stakeholders and get to the real why questions of why certain stakeholders want certain functionality.
Great. So we have some sessions scheduled now for Gothenburg. The first one is in November 17th and 18th in 2014. So if people participate in your course and your workshop, will they be able to do this then? Can they design sessions like this where they discover new products and make all sorts of progress?
Yeah, so the training is about actually playing lots of games, so you can experience them, setting up the game. So we will discuss how you can plan the game, how you can set up the game, which people you can invite for that, and a very important part of the game is actually post-processing the results. We have to do that also, and facilitating it. So facilitation is very important. You have to know what to do. You have to know which kind of questions to ask, how to involve all people in the meeting. So all these things you will actually learn. So after the meeting you will be able to plan, facilitate, and get the results of playing
Right.
innovation games with your customers. Yes, certainly.
So I guess this will be a difference from just reading the book, because there is also a book called Innovation Games. But from the session, I guess you will give them lots of tips and tricks on how to facilitate the games now.
Yeah, so how to facilitate the game, but also how to pick the game, how to
Right.
tailor the game to your specific needs, and how to post-process the results. Yes, correct. So the book is perfect, and it's actually we actually recommend it, reading it before taking the course.
Right. Thank you, Cesario, for the chat. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the Innovation Games course in November in Gothenburg. We also have another event on October 9th. You will be giving a short lunch webinar that people can sign up to if they want to hear a little bit more about these games and maybe ask some questions to you about the games, right?
Yeah, that's true. So on the 9th of October at lunchtime at 12 we will have a short 15-20 minute webinar where we will discuss some background on the course and on the innovation games and their possibilities. And yeah, would be great if you guys could join and ask some questions.
Okay, so sign up for the webinar and sign up for the course if you find it interesting. So thank you again, Cesario. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.